Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to A to Z Plus English Grammar YouTube channel. I am your English teacher Balaji sir. In this today's short session, we are going to learn a very short but very important uh, what topic, that is direct and indirect questions. Apparently, it looks very simple, but it's very difficult because many people don't know how to use modal auxiliary, how to use helping verb in questions, right? There are two types of questions, direct question and indirect questions. And no question is possible or can be made without helping verb. Without helping verb, no question is possible. Yet, many people don't know how to use helping verb in questions. So this today's slide, this today's PPT slide is about that only, right? Dear viewers, please look at this point. Look at this question. Tell me why you are late, and tell me why are you late. Here, there are two questions, and these both the questions are indirect questions. The first one is grammatically absolutely correct one, and the second one is grammatically absolutely incorrect one. It is not correct grammatically because it doesn't follow grammar rule, right? Tell me why you are late. This is perfectly grammatically correct because it follows this rule. What is the rule? Grammar rule: in an indirect question, neither auxiliary verb is placed before the subject nor a question mark is put at the end of it, right? Yes. In an indirect question, neither the auxiliary verb is placed before the subject nor a question mark is put at the end of it, right? So there is neither question mark at the end of the question nor helping verb is before the subject, right? It is the helping verb are is placed after the subject you, and again there is no question mark at the end of this question. Hence, it is grammatically correct. Therefore, it is grammatically correct. And the second one is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because this question doesn't follow this rule. Why? Because the helping verb is placed before the subject, and again there is question mark at the end of it. Right? That is why this is grammatically incorrect. Right? Hope you understood. Though both the sentences look alike, not much different, though they don't look much different, though they look almost alike, yet there is a big difference, right? The first one is correct and the second one is incorrect, right? And learners, dear learners, many a time what happen, people use direct question to get information from others. So instead of using direct question, it is always suggested and recommended to use indirect question, because indirect question don't sound rude to listen, whereas direct questions always sound rude to listen to the listener, right? For example, first of all, I will tell you what is direct question and what is indirect question. Direct questions are the questions like, what is your name, where are you going, what are you doing, where are they running, what are they doing, how is he, who is he, etc., etc. These are the examples of direct question. And the indirect questions are like this: could you please help me in doing this? Could you please tell me where the post office is? Do you know how to do this? Can you help me to lift this box? Is it possible for you to help me in getting this or doing this, and so on? So in this way, you can use some words, some phrases before the direct questions and put the auxiliary verb at the end of it, and make indirect questions, because indirect questions are felt to be polite, right? And direct questions are felt or they sound impolite, even though you don't intend to to insult the person in front of you, yet it is felt like that. So always prefer indirect questions when you want to get something from others. It may be information, it may be anything, but always prefer to make indirect questions instead of direct questions, right? So today's our topic is how to use modal auxiliaries or helping verbs in direct questions. Here I have prepared 10 examples of direct questions and 10 examples of indirect questions, right? At surface level, they look alike, yet they are very different. So the first category of examples, these 10 examples are right one, correct one, and these 10 examples are wrong one or incorrect one on the basis of grammar. See the first example, I wonder why he doesn't understand me. This is perfectly correct. And I wonder why doesn't he understand me. This is thoroughly what? Incorrect on the basis of grammar. Why? Because this example doesn't follow the above rule, this rule. In an indirect question, neither auxiliary verb is placed before the subject, nor a question mark is put at the end of it. And here what happened? The auxiliary verb is put before the subject he, and again there is question mark at the end of question, right? You might ask me, but question mark is not visible in spoken English or in conversation. But it is, though it is visible in written form, it is not visible in spoken form. Yet it can be, it can be felt, though it is not used, but it can be felt with the help of stress and all that, right? Uh, Look at this next example, second example. He is asking me who she is. This is correct example and correct question. He is asking me who she is, not who is she, right? Who she is, because helping verb is after subject, not before subject. He is asking me who is she. This is incorrect, right? Because helping verb is used before subject, right? And this doesn't go with the rule given above, correct? It goes against the rule given above, hence it is incorrect. Therefore it is incorrect. Look at the third example. I don't know who my grandfather was. This is correct one, and this one is incorrect. I don't know who was my grandfather, right? They want to know where you are living. They want to know where are you living. The first one is correct, and this second one, that is in the second category, in this one is incorrect. Now next example is we want to know how she is doing. This one is correct, and we want to know how is she doing. This one is incorrect, because this doesn't go according to the grammar rule given above. Next example is, could you tell me where the post office is? Here the T is missed out, but you can understand with the help of context. Could you tell me where the post office is? This one is correct. And could you tell me where is the post office? This one is incorrect, because it violates the rule, grammar rule. Now, next example, they asked me why I liked cheese. This one is correct. And they liked me. Why did I like cheese? This is incorrect. Right? This one is incorrect. Now, next example, ninth one. Do you know why Tom is late today? This one is correct. Why it is correct? Because helping verb is used after subject, and there is no question mark at the end of it. Right? Why there is no question mark at the end of it? Because this is indirect question, and there is no question mark at the end of indirect questions, right? And here, do you know why is Tom late today? Again, this is incorrect, because this helping verb, modal auxiliary, is used before Tom, that is subject, and again the question ends with question mark, right? So this is incorrect. Now last example, we asked where the money was. This one is correct, and we asked where was the money. This one is incorrect. The same thing, that is all these 10 examples. All these 10 examples go against the rule which is prescribed, or which is set by the grammar to be followed while making the direct and indirect questions, right? Here we are talking only about indirect questions, and So please you avoid making your indirect questions like these questions, and you practice making your indirect questions like these questions in the first category, right? The questions in the first category, right? This is the right way. This is the correct way of making questions, uh, and this is the incorrect way, wrong way of making questions, right? Hope you learned something new in today's short session in this today's slide. Uh, Dear viewers, thank you so much for your patience uh, and if you have any suggestion, please please feel free to uh, tell me. And if you liked this video, if you think you learned something new today, if you think this slide was useful for you to some extent, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. That is A2 Z Plus YouTube uh, channel, right? A2 Z Plus English Grammar YouTube channel. Thank you so much.